Hi guys, join me on the mat today for a very fiery 25-minute full body, arms, glutes, and abs focused workout. So while you don't need any accessories, I always love to have a little spicy add-on. So I'm taking 1 pound bala weights for mixed matched, and you can meet me on the mat with your palms underneath your shoulders directly. I've been getting a lot of questions on properly engaging our core, so I'm just going to start this series off by really emphasizing plugging in our belly button to our back and knitting our ribs down. Okay, so what does that even mean? It means tilting our pelvis a little bit versus arching. So we're going to just find our deep core by having a flat back, palms underneath the shoulder. Beautiful. Placing our toes on the mat to hold here for the first 10. You got 9, really focusing on drawing those shoulders away from the ears. Relax the face for 8, 7, 6, 5. Micro bend in those shoulders to protect those arms. Here for 4, 3, 2, on 1. Take that right knee to your right elbow. Drop back onto the mat. Take that left knee to left elbow. Drop back onto the mat. We're going to go here for 10. You got 9. Make sure those palms and shoulders are directly aligned for 8. Exhale. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Pressing those arms back. Give a little release on those shoulders. Now drop down to your plank. Press those arms back. Little downward dog, stretching through the spine. Find your tempo. You got 8 here. For 7. Stretching through the back of our legs here for 6. For 5. Exhale as you press back. For 4. 3, on 2, on 1, last one, press back. Beautiful. We're holding here for 10. Find that plank. For 9, distribute that weight evenly. For 8, you got 7. Micro bend those arms. For 6, 5, plug that belly button in. 4, 3, 2, on 1. Drop down so strong. That's our little warm up. You're gonna come onto your back, placing those weights around your ankles before we set up for our ankle series or leg series. Sorry guys, it's a little early. We got this. Coming down, we're gonna start with just wrapping our core into our body. If you have a Pilates ball, you can go and add that to your back or into your right underneath your sports bra. But if you don't have one, you're gonna just take your arms out in front of you, like me, and place your feet directly flat on the mat. You can lift those toes up, but you're gonna lower an inch, down an inch, keeping that gaze nice and straight. Really wrapping our core up and down. Here for 6. You got 5. 4. Find that little tension point and then press back up for 3. Here for 2. Twisting to the right on 1. You're going to twist to the right, drawing that left elbow to right knee. You're going to lower an inch, down an inch, keeping your chest to the opposite side of the room that you're in, making sure that each time you press up, that left and right knee are touching each other. Here we go for 10. Find that tension, press back up. For 9. You got 8. Really twisting through that side oblique. Here for 7. 6. 5. 4. Here for 3. Arms out in front of you in 2. Arms out in front of you on 1. Pressing back, find that extension. You're going to take a little pulse, up an inch, down an inch. If you don't have a ball, you're in for a really good lesson in how to keep your core engaged really intensely during these movements. Our thoracic spine is working overtime and our belly button is plugged into our spine. Here we go. You guys got 5 more here. 4, 3, 2, on 1. We're gonna twist back to the right side. Here we go. Really wrapping our right oblique down an inch, up an inch, touching that right elbow to left knee. You guys got it here for 10. Exhale as you press back up. Inhale, find your strength. You got 8, 7. Really twisting through that right oblique. Here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. You're gonna come back, find that tension point, lower an inch, up an inch, lower an inch, press up an inch. You guys got it. Arms are out nice and wide, up above your head. You guys got it. For 7, here for 6, 5, plug that belly button in, relax that face. For 4, 3, 2, on 1. Meet me with your palms down behind your head, rolling, 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 and pressing back up. Here we go for 10. You got 9. If this is a little challenging, you can take your palms out in front of you and use them as a guide to really press back up. This is just working the full core. As you come back up, think about stacking each vertebrae on top of each other. And as you roll down, hinging through those hips, you're really gonna think about relaxing and finding each vertebrae. Wrapping that core in. Here we go. Ribs are down. For 10. You guys got it. For 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. On 4. You're going to take little pulses with those toes in bridge. In 3. You got 2 more here. Exhale to get you up. Inhale to bring you down. Last one. Beautiful. Taking those feet flat on the mat, you're going to take your palms, place them behind your head, allow your head to rest heavy in those palms. As you lower an inch and lift an inch, you're really moving through your core, so your head is just nice and heavy and your core is doing all the work. Find the little shake at the top. You guys got it here for 10. Exhale as you lift your head and your body through that core. 9. Here for 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. On 1. Shoulders are off the mat. You're going to take that little pulse. Elbows are out nice and wide. See how deep in your core this adjustment gets you? You're here for 10. Little pulses up an inch, down an inch. Chest is straight towards the ceiling. Eye gaze is either towards your knee at the sky. For 8. 7. Up an inch, down an inch. Shoulders off the mat. For 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. On 1. Static hold here for 10. See if you can get an inch higher. Here for 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. On 1. Come and relax down on your mat. Pressing those palms into the mat by your hips. I don't want to see any arches. Keep it nice and down, plugged into the mat. This is like the sneakiest lower core workout. If you do this every day, I swear the lower core will be snatched. You guys got it. 9. Here for 8. 7. Pressing those toes down. Here for 6. So strong. Finding that little shake. For 5. 4 more here. 3. Knees are above the hips. On 2. Dropping both toes down on 1. You guys got it. Drop both toes down, pick them right back up. Add a little tempo here. Knees are not doing any work. Just think about hinging at the hip and allowing your lower core to take over to really make this movement happen. You guys got it. For 9, relaxing those shoulders, relax that face. Make sure you're inhaling and exhaling. Inhale as you draw your toes back up. Exhale to allow them to come down. You guys got it. For 6, Here for 5 more. Really lowering and lifting through that core. 3, 2, on 1. You're gonna take those toes up and above your hips, allowing your palms to come out beside you, parallel to the body, and then place the palms down facing the mat. Parallel to the body. See if you can get those legs nice and straight. You're gonna take those arms by your head, press them back down with the palms facing towards the mat. You're here for 10. Head is off the mat, shoulders are off the mat. You're so strong. Here for 9. Find those little shakes in those legs. That's okay. You got it. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. You're going to take that right leg and you're going to pull, switch the leg. Pull, switch the leg. Here for 10. See if you can keep those shoulders off the mat. Gazes straight into the navel. Here we go. For 7. Pull. Here for 6. Pull. For 5. Keeping that leg nice and straight as you lower it down to the mat. Here for 4. You got 3. 2. On 1. Tempo. You're going to pull once and then switch the leg. Pull once and switch the leg. See if you can really keep those arms down away from your shoulders or your ears. So sorry. Here we go for 6, 5, 4, 3. Nice leg stretch. Deep core move. Here we go for 2. On 1. Taking those knees, we're going to extend that right leg. Pull. On that knee. Here we go. Pull. On that knee. Here we go for 10. You got 9. Pull. Switch that leg. Here for 8. Really make sure you're breathing. Here for 7, 6, 5. Take that tempo in 4. You guys know what's up next. In 3, 2, on 1. If this is too heavy, you could keep that neck down on the mat. But you guys got it. For 10, 1 pulse in. Here for 9. You guys got it. Pull the leg in and switch the leg. Here we go. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Drop those knees down. Allow that head to come down onto the mat nice and heavy. You guys are absolutely killing this. You're going to keep that right leg straight. You're going to take that left palm, bring it outside the right knee, and you're going to lower and lift. Give me full range here for 10. Peeling that left shoulder off the mat for 9. Toes are nice and pointed for 8. You guys got it. For 7. Working our left oblique and center core and arms and legs. Here we go. For 6, 5, 4. Little pulses here in 3. You guys got it. On 2. On 1. Little pulses up and down an inch. Here we go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So strong. Stretch it out. Take those hips left and right on the mat. Only 10 minutes left of this workout. Dropping those hips side to side. Really stretching out that back. Beautiful. You're going to take that left palm, place it behind your head. Take that right hand, place it outside your left leg. Make sure your toes are nice and long in those shoes or your socks. Here we go. You're lifting and lowering, full range for 10. Coming down onto the mat, lifting that right shoulder up off the mat. You guys got it for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Here for 4. You got 3. Little pulses here in 2. Odd 1. Take that little pulse up an inch, down an inch. Keeping that right shoulder off the mat. Lifting that leg nice and long. Here we go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Little hold in 4, 3, 2, on 1. Take that hold. You guys got it. Static hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, little inch longer, nut toes for 4, 3, 2, 1. Core is on fire. Take a little quick sip of water if you need. I'm so sweaty. I actually have coffee, so I'm gonna take a sip of coffee. You have a little bit left of this workout. We're gonna find each other on the mat with our palms and knees on the mat. We're gonna think about plugging in that belly button, like how I said in the beginning of class, really wrapping in our core. We're gonna take that right knee, lift it off the mat, extending that right toe. You're gonna lower and lift, making sure that both the hips are parallel and facing down towards the mat. People have a tendency to open up that hip, but we're gonna make sure that everything is nice and locked into its placement. You guys got it. Here for 10, lowering and lifting the leg. For 9, squeezing the glute at the top. Range of motion is not what I'm looking for. I'm really looking for you guys to lift the leg through the lower half of our core and then squeeze the glute at the top. Placing those toes onto the mat. You guys got it for 8, 7, squeeze the top for 6, making sure those wrists are nice and heavy into the mat. Fingers are out nice and wide for 5. Here for 4, 3, 2, on 1. Little static hold. We're here for 10. Really just wrapping down our hips onto the mat to make sure that they're parallel. You're here for 9, 8, 7, 6. Shoulders are down away from our ears for 5, 4, 3. Got little circles here in 2, on 1. Draw little circles here for 10, 9. Squeeze the glute at the top for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Take that reverse. Left glute might be on fire too, but that's great because we're just stabilizing through the left core and the left glute. You guys got it. Here for 8, 7, 6. Make sure you're breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. We're gonna take that ankle, make sure it's flexed now, stamp it onto the ceiling or the sky. Here we go for 10, 9, up an inch, down an inch. Here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Take that right knee, drop it down towards the left side, and then pulse it back up and draw it back into your core. Here we go for 10, squeeze at the top, twisting and dropping it down to the left side. You guys got it. Placing that right leg over that left knee. Here we go for 9, 8, making sure you're staying strong through those arms. For 7, gaze is straight out in front of you at the mat. For 6, for 5, squeezing through right and left glute. 4, 3, on 2, on 1. You're gonna draw little rainbows with that leg. Extend that leg back out, drop it to the right side of the mat, squeeze at the top as you come to the left side of the mat and drop that hip. Here we go for 10, squeezing through each side. For 9, it's getting hot out here. For 8, you guys got it. So strong, almost done with this series. For 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. You guys got it. You're going to take that right foot and you're going to lower an inch, lift an inch, bringing that toe on an angle so it's coming to the corner of that right side of your mat, and we're dropping and lowering for 10, 9, 8, woo, glute on fire, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. So good. Oh my goodness. Round out that right glute. To come onto the left side, starting with our leg out in front of us. You can either take that right toe and place it onto the mat, or you can keep it nice and flat, whatever you prefer to keep your body completely engaged in the proper form. Here we go. Lowering and lifting that toe off the mat, squeezing the glute at the top. You guys got it for 10. Breathing through this for 9, Everyone's range of motion is going to be a little bit different in this move, but we just want to make sure that both of our hips are parallel towards the mat and facing down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on one, static hold at the top, squeeze that glute. Here we go for 10, 9, 8, 7, bracing through that lower core. Here we go. 6, see if you can get an inch longer in that leg here for 5, 4, 3, 2, on one, little pulses up and down here for 10, 9, drawing little circles forward, 8, 7, 6, 5, reversing here in 4, stabilize with that right glute here in 3, 2, on 1, take that reverse, you guys got it, here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, so good. You're gonna flex that toe as you come and bend that knee, and you're gonna pulse the leg up an inch, down an inch onto the ceiling like you have some gum on the back of your foot and you're trying to get it off. Here for 10, squeeze that glute at the top, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, make sure you're not sinking into that right glute, distribute the weight through the arms, here for 4, 3, 2, on 1, so good. You're gonna drop the left leg over the right knee and press the glute up at the top, dropping it back to the left side of the mat. Here we go for 10. You guys got it. For 9, keeping that back nice and neutral. For 8, almost done with this set here. In 7, squeezing at the top, find that little shake here. For 6, 5, 4, little rainbows in 3, 2, on 1, extend that leg, find that little rainbow. Here we go. Dropping that left toe to the right side of your mat, and then pulse and lift it back up to the left side of the mat. Here we go. Take that move for 10. You guys got it. For 9, 8, 7, 6, see if you can get an inch longer in that left leg. For 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, squeezing at the top for your last one. You're going to take that left leg, bring it out on an angle onto your mat. You're going to lower and lift for your last 10, 9, 8, 7, really pointing through those toes. Here for 6, you got 5, squeeze at the top for 4, 3, 2, on 1, so good. Working that glute on an angle. Let's just finish your spicy 25-minute full body arms, glutes, and abs focused workout. Bye.